Welcome to the next part of the series, Cooking the Song with Real Tracks. Okay, so here we have our our chart that we created in Band in the Box, now opened in Real Band. And here we have the acoustic bass, the drums, the guitar, fiddle, and a strum guitar as well. And so I'm not going to do a lot of mixing here. What I typically use Real Band for is generating all of the multi-track parts that I wish to include in a song arrangement and then some. I tend to do more than I need, just in case I need some more. So let us go over to the mixer section, and what I'm going to do is even though I'm really using Real Band for instrument generation, I am going to try and work up a little bit of a mix so I can hear this arrangement a little bit better. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down all faders except for the drums and I will work on the drums primarily to get them up to a volume that I would prefer to listen to them at. Right now they're kind of low, and as you can see I have the fader maxed out, so I have the master volume down a little bit because I'm keeping an eye on levels over here. And so let us see what we can do with making these drums sound a little better. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into, on the drum channel, I'm going to go into the effects, and I'm going to apply a effect. I have a lot of plugins. I have Waves plugins, which are very, very, very good plugins, and that's what I'm going to be using primarily in Reaper. I may even use some UAD1 plugins for the mixing section of this, but here I'm going to use what PG has to offer because that's what everybody has in their real bands. And so what I'll do to try and bring up a level on these drums is I'll use the peak limiter. And let us take a look and listen and try and adjust this. Okay, so I want pre-gain up a little bit. Now we have some level. I'm going to bring down the ceiling just a little bit. Because I have other tracks to come in here. I don't want to, you know, already I'm over here clipping the input, and, you know, I don't want to go too crazy. But as you can see, without it, it's much lower. So with it enabled, okay, I like it. Very good. So that's the drums brought up to a little bit louder level with the help of a plug-in right in Real Band for you to take advantage of. We'll bring, let's bring up the next instrument, which I typically do, is bass. Okay, this is a strum guitar that I included in this track, and I like it. Can we get it going there? Nice drum track. Now, because I believe it's a stereo track, I am not going to pan it to either side. I'm going to leave it straight down the middle, because panning it will kind of mess it up a little bit. So I'm going to leave that straight down the middle for the moment. And what else do we have here? Last but not least, the fiddle. Something going there. As you could probably hear, the shots and some of the accents, the cymbal shots and things of that nature tend to be a bit untamed as far as volume is concerned, and that's why over in Reaper, when I eventually mix this stuff, I will treat it like any other audio instrument tracks with compression and or limiting and or volume automation. Just like recording your own instrument tracks, real tracks are generally the same. They're people playing real instruments, and they're recorded well, but they can be a little overly dynamic at times, and that has to be controlled to make a better mix in the end. And when we get to the mixing section, we'll work through just how to optimize those details about the instrument tracks. Well, now that we have that going, we have a couple more minutes to this first part. Let's have a little bit of fun, and I would like to see what this sounds like with a little reverb on an aux. And so let us go to something that we all have, and that would be a PG reverb. And let's take a listen to just the drums isolated. Here's Bypassed. And we'll start. That's dry. And now enabled. A little reverb. Check out what pre-delay can do. Almost all the way up, we'll make it like a slapback. Pretty cool. But I don't want a slapback, so we will bring that down. I have adjusted the decay, so it's a little shorter. I don't think much of this can be appreciated with the audio of a screen capture, but you'll probably be able to notice a little reverb. Pretty cool. So why don't we try something else? I won't put bass on there. But how about, what do we have here? How about some of that's already going. You can hear it. That's nice. Cool. Let's see what it sounds like together. Very cool. A little, everybody's sending out through these auxes by right-clicking. Each one has a little bit of a different amount, except for bass. Bass tends to make it a little muddy, so I tend to keep bass dry. But everybody's sending a little bit of an amount over to this reverb. And it's kind of a nice reverb, too. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah. Here's Bypass. Dries right up. Kind of grooving on that. Alright, so I think I have to end part one because I can't go too long per part. I will pick this up again in part two. I hope you enjoyed me noodling around in the real band mixer. And in part two, we're going to have to start concentrating because I get a little sidetracked. I like to mix. We're going to have to start concentrating on bringing in other instruments to support this chart. Thanks for watching this part. I'll get to part two just as soon as I can.